You want to learn digital marketing, but where do you even start? Everybody is talking about content and social media, advertising, websites, emails, marketing funnels, software stacks, and like 51 different AI tools. It's all CPC and CPA and CTR and CAC and LTV and CRO and SEO. Build a brand, make some sales, scale your agency to $250,000 ARR. I mean, it's kind of a lot, right? So let's just pump the brakes and start talking about the basics of digital marketing so you can get on your way to understanding every single acronym that I just rattled off. Now, I'll be touching on many of the fundamental questions today in this video. What is digital marketing? What are some very simple tips you can use to immediately see some wins? How do you actually make sales? What kind of marketing should you do in the first place? How do you get better over time? But first, just a little more context. My name is Brandon Rollins. In 2012, I published Viral Marketing Techniques and Implementation. I got my MBA 2 years later. Then I started Pangea Marketing Agency in 2019, and I've been running it ever since. Now, I know you're not here to listen to me read off my LinkedIn profile. You want to learn how digital marketing works. You know, to turn your side hustle into your main hustle, or to push along that great idea that you have. That's what this video and every other video in this series is all about. Your ideas, your goals, your ambitions, your dreams. And me, I just love this subject, and I want to share with you. Now, here's the thing. Marketing is complex, and listening to one guy talk about it for hours can get really old. Boring! So I brought on my close friend who has edited and narrated all our previous videos, and that's Kenny. He's passionate about everything, not just digital marketing, so he's going to be fun to have along for the ride.
Hey there, it's a pleasure to meet you. Now, I may not have an exhaustive LinkedIn page like Brandon does, or release any essays, or run a marketing agency, but I run my own business. Therefore, I'm here to learn as much about marketing as you are, which is why I explained to Brandon, let's talk about it like building a house.
That's exactly right. We're going to approach this video series like we're building a house, and today we're just going to focus on laying the foundation. Then we're going to build the frame, add some walls, install windows and doors, and so on.
Exactly, and I'm really excited to get started. So today we're going to be talking about what is digital marketing, how to personally brand yourself, sales and marketing funnels, the 4 P's of marketing mix, growth marketing tactics, and to finish it all off, optimizing marketing for success. So as you can see, we're going to cover a lot of ground today. So if you could do me a real quick favor, could you smash that subscribe button? It's the usual ordeal, and to tickle that bell, that'll make sure you get notified when new videos go live, so you go about having a cool day.
And by the way, what I just did, that's called a call to action, or a CTA for short.
What you did? I think that was my call to action, Brandon. But anyway, let's get on with the show, and start off with, what is digital marketing? According to MailChimp, it's any marketing that uses electronic devices and can be used by marketing specialists to convey promotional messaging and measure its impact for your customer's journey.
I mean, yeah, that's definitely right. And of course it's right. I mean, it's coming from one of the biggest marketing companies out there. And marketing itself, that's literally any activity that a company does to promote the buying or selling of a product.
So you're saying everything is marketing?
Yeah, pretty much.
Facebook ads?
Yep, that falls under advertising.
What about asking people to tell friends about the business?
That's word of mouth or referrals, depending on how you do it.
How about going to Amazon to sell what's selling well?
Seeing what's doing well on Amazon, that's a form of marketing research.
Alright, well, what about changing the prices of those products?
Pricing strategy, a little bit of market psychology as well.
Alright, you little smarty pants. What about tweets and Facebook posts?
Yeah, I think tweets are not a thing anymore, but yes, still technically marketing if you're using the platform.
Alright, clearly making a logo, that's marketing, right?
Yep, you get the idea.
So pretty much everything that's not offline.
Yeah, pretty much. And even the things that are offline are often digital in some way too. Like the electronic billboards you see on the side of the road, it's digital marketing as well. You can control those through an online interface. So really, digital marketing is just marketing in the modern era.
Okay, that's still really broad, Brandon. Can you give us some more details, some more depth, please?
Yeah, absolutely. So let's break this into 8 different categories of digital marketing. And if you're watching this and you think I've left something out, just leave a comment down there below. We might make a future video about it. But here is my list of 8 things that go into digital marketing to help segment this out a little bit. We've got strategy, which is planning and setting goals for digital marketing, including target audience, channels, and methods. Branding, creating a unique identity and image for a brand online, influencing how it's perceived by the digital audience. Content, so that's blogs, videos, and other valuable, relevant, and consistent content made to attract and engage a clearly defined audience with the objective of driving profitable customer action. SEO, that's search engine optimization, basically whatever you can do to rank better on Google. There's ads and PPC. PPC means pay-per-click. This refers to a kind of advertising run on search engines or social media. There's influencer and affiliate marketing, which is working with influencers or affiliates to get them to promote products or services to their audience, and they get a commission for it. There's social media, which is using social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok to promote a brand, a product, or a service, engage with an audience, and build a community. And then you've got email marketing, which is where you use email as a tool to communicate with potential and existing customers, often for promotions, content distribution, and relationship building. And don't sleep on email marketing, actually. This is one of the most effective techniques out there, believe it or not.
And there you go, guys. That's all you need to know. Thanks for watching. Wait, there's more of this video? Oh, yeah, of course not. Knowing these 8 basic categories is one thing, but there's something more to it, isn't there, Brandon?
That's right. Marketing is about techniques and processes and software, yes, but the more important part is being able to figure out what people want to buy and how to get them to make the decision to buy. In other words, it's about making something worthwhile and then telling people that you've made something worthwhile.
Exactly. I think behind every Dragon's Den or Shark Tank pitch is a story. And without one, it really diminishes the message and potency of the product or service you're selling. So now would be the great time to expand into personally branding yourself.
Okay, so you're talking about becoming a personal brand. That is someone that can influence others, right? Someone that has a well-known LinkedIn page or a huge backlog of YouTube videos that makes you look like an expert and clear on what you do.
Yeah, exactly. And it's considerably harder than it looks, as we've tried for over a year doing our video essays.
Oh yeah, you're completely right. So I'm going to go ahead and give you and everyone who's watching the top 10 basic tips that you can use right now for both your personal brand and your company.
It's another top 10 list from Brandon. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
All right, so be authentic. Nobody likes a phony. Be the most you version of yourself. Lean into the things that you care about and shout it to the rooftops. Identify your target market. Basically, write down your best answer to who cares about your skill set or what you're selling. Imagine yourself speaking to a specific kind of person, and everything else will come more naturally as a result. Find your unique selling proposition. That's USP for short. That means figure out what you do that very few others do. It doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to be the best. You just need to be at least moderately unique in your niche. Tell real stories. Examples, testimonials, and anecdotes are better than theory, copywriting, and whatever ChatGPT gives you. As we all know, you can't exactly trust what ChatGPT gives you. Talk to people, engage and collaborate. Say, hi, hope you're having a cool day. Hey, did you put that on my teleprompter?
Yep, I did.
Get the visuals right. Find your style and stick to it. Just have a good profile photo or logo and pick a consistent color scheme. You can always change over time if you don't like what you start with. Think about the experience. Imagine the experience you're giving people from their point of view. Do this as vividly as you can. Be consistent. You need to do all of these things regularly, and that's going to pair with be patient. As a lot of marketing boils down to repetition. You need to keep at it until you get momentum and then floor it. Then you'll be hard to stop. Change over time. No one starts with the perfect setup. There will always be things you can do better or change. Therefore, once you start trying, those things you need to change, they'll be easier to spot.
These are great tips, but give me some real-life examples.
Okay, fair point. So let's take my client at Fulfillrite as an example. They're an order fulfillment center, and they have done really well with content marketing and with blogging. We're playing for YouTube as well, and we're going to see how that goes since it's kind of an unusual approach in that industry. I've got another client under NDA who gets most of their sales through Instagram. I've got another 2 or 3 who live and die by email marketing. It's just different for every company. But they're all following these steps to some degree.
So it sounds like you're telling me, depending on what you do, you'll be utilizing the 10 basic tips and then hyper-focusing into the section that delivers the best results. But no matter what though, you have to make sure it's cohesive and showcase your expertise and personality, which is extremely difficult, but nail it and you're going to get brilliant results.
Yep, you've got it.
But can you help me understand another thing? I keep hearing about sales funnels, marketing funnels, which sounds like a businessy way of saying, hey, I'm here, then, hey, care about me, and then, hey, this is what I'm selling, and then, hey, buy my thing, please.
Yeah, that's the perfect summary of it. You need to make people aware of your brand first. When people are at the very top of the funnel, you call them leads. And once they show interest or desire, depending on who you ask, you start calling them prospects. As you move on down this funnel, as the prospects move further down, they become aware of their needs and they start seeking out goods or services to fill these needs. And this is where you'll show them how great your product or service is. Next is the vital decision stage. This is where your audience is ready to, make a decision. And now is this time you showcase your product or your service as the best option, something to convince them that you're selling something worthwhile. Offer free trials or product demos or customer testimonials. The goal is to reassure them that choosing your brand is the right decision. And if all goes according to plan, then that's when you get that sale. Your prospect becomes a customer.
Now, being a customer, I know that's just the start of another funnel where you have to think about the post-purchase experience, like providing me excellent support, personalized recommendations, or like some kind of loyalty program to keep me engaged and satisfied, coming back for more.
Right, and if people really like your business, they might ultimately become cult followers or brand ambassadors, if we're talking about this in professional terms. That's where you can encourage them to share their experiences on social media, leave reviews, or refer others. This not only creates a positive loop, but it also attracts new leads at the top of the funnel, which again repeats the same process. But with referrals or affiliates, the funnel is just a lot quicker to go to the bottom.
And I think it's definitely worth noting that the right marketing or something going viral can speed up the funnel to light speed, or as a product example, the Stanley Cup craze.
Yeah, they need to fix the lead problem before they sell any more of those.
Now, I remember from the early days of learning about marketing was something called the 4Ps, also known as a marketing mix.
Yeah, so you're talking, let me think about product, price, place, and promotion, right? That's an old model, but it's a really good one. It comes from back in the 1940s. First, you've got product. That's about creating something that meets your audience's need. If you want to do really well here, you need to understand your product's features, its benefits, and unique selling propositions, or USPs. So product market fit is really important here. That's PMF for short. If you nail this, everything else you do in marketing is going to be 10 times easier. If you don't nail this, your entire business is probably going to fail.
Exactly, just how a square cube needs to go in a square hole. Now the next one, price, seems pretty self-explanatory. If it's too high, people won't buy, and if it's too low, you won't make any money. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right, but there's also a lot of complex stuff that goes into pricing strategy, but I'm not going to go deep into detail here. If you'd like a video on that, please just let us know down there in the comment sections. We'll make something on that. Now for now, just know that pricing should consider production costs and the competition, market demand, and perceived value. Now place, on the other hand, that's all about distribution, where and how your product reaches the customer. It involves selecting the right channels to make your product accessible. So for digital marketing, this means the stores you sell on, like Amazon or Etsy, might mean which social media you're on, like Facebook or TikTok.
Sorry for cutting you off there, Brandon, but I think I get it. You want to make a product, then you want to make sure that product fits into someone niche, and then you need to distribute it in a place, and then finally you need to promote it, right?
That's right, and that's just about how you communicate with your audience. It's the strategies you use to promote your product or service, like advertising and public relations, sales promotions, content marketing, and more. The aim is to create awareness and interest. So again, that's product, price, place, promotion. This is another way of looking at marketing if you're wondering, am I doing any of this right? And we're going to do more video on that in another video because it's a pretty big topic.
So I've got a really good understanding now, but how do I actually use this knowledge to start growing a business, mate? I think I'm asking also the biggest question here on everyone's lips. What will help me make money?
Yeah, so what you're asking about is growth marketing, and I should be careful not to get your hopes up too much. I'm sorry about this, man. It's just really important to know that marketing takes time. Even fast, high-budget marketing takes time to get right, even in fast-moving environments like social media. You see huge overnight success stories sometimes, but a lot of them are actually sitting on the back of 5 or 10 years of unseen work. But other than just being a wet blanket here, there are actually 2 basic tracks you can use to grow a business quickly with marketing. and you can feel free to generalize or tweak this a bit based on your situation. If you have money, you can always make a prototype product or service, and you can test that with some people and see how it does. If it's genuinely liked by your target market, then you can move forward. At this point, you can put together a landing page with some good images and copywriting. Your goal here being to collect contact information, such as email addresses, and then you can run some ads to that landing page, try a few different variants of your page and your ads until you ultimately get those great results. This is called A/B testing. Eventually, you'll get your cost per acquisition, CPA, down, and then your idea will start to take off. You keep running these ads until you have a lot of leads and prospects, and if you want to go the extra mile, consider reaching out to some influencers. We'll touch on this further in our
influencer videos. Sorry, Brandon, I just wanted to see your face when I cut out your script. But what if I don't have a ton of money to throw at ads and stuff?
Even without a whole lot of money, you can still succeed, but the playbook is different and it's going to take longer. You'll want to build in public through social media and content marketing, which is what we're doing right here in this video. We're building a following with the goal of making a product that you want to purchase, or in this case, a video you want to watch.
Clearly, there's no easy way of getting around it. It's hard work. But something Brandon didn't mention is passion. Your product, service, or channel won't grow if your heart's not in it. You need both the facts and the feelings to grow it to be the best of its possibilities.
Exactly. And for example, I made a game on Kickstarter back in 2016 with a modest amount of money that I saved from my day job. Scraped over the goal, but ended up making a modest profit in the process. I leveraged that attention to make another game and then to eventually build a marketing agency from that. It's doable. It's just hard work and it's slow.
Basically, that's how marketing works. You make content that encourages users to share it, so it increases your brand awareness.
That's the gist of it, and you can pair that with affiliate programs, as encouraging satisfied customers to refer others or promote a viral product can be a powerful growth driver in its own right. But is it as foolproof as people say? We're going to cover that in a future video too.
So as I understand it, growth marketing is about agility, continuous testing, and adaptation. You have to be creative and the ability to analyze data, plus having that good sense of overall strategy. But if you do, you can quickly grow your business, earn customers, and make money.
Yeah, pretty much.
Now, I know for a fact what goes hand in hand with growth, and that's optimization. Because marketing is a lot of experimentation, meaning that if you want to optimize it, you need to understand successfully. Marketing doesn't just rely on hunches alone. This is why you're always banging on about analytic tools.
Yeah, that's exactly the reason. Pilots have their gauges and their meters, and I've got my analytics.
And if you look at all this for long enough, and you pay attention to it, you can decipher consumer behavior, preferences, and trends. And it also sounds like there's not one size fits all plan. Maybe there used to be, but there's not now.
That's right, and so you have to start tailoring your products and messaging about them to meet individual preferences. That's how you build the connection. People need to feel seen.
And you don't have to get it right the first time. Even if it were perfect, you would need to be able to adapt to consumer behavior, technological advancements, and market dynamics. The agility allows you to seize new opportunities and outmaneuver the competitors. But you need to do this while balancing consistency in messaging, tone, visuals across all your channels. A cohesive brand image reinforces trust and ensures your brand remains etched into your audience's memory.
That's right, Nike's released an uncountable number of shoes, but that swoosh is still on every single one of them because it works. Ultimately, I think you're very right about saying that marketing is a lot of experimentation. That's very, very true. So if you're watching this and you don't know where to start, my advice is just to start. Start small if you need to, and don't spend money you can't afford to lose, sure. As you experiment, you'll get data, and then you'll be able to make better experiments, and eventually, you'll figure out what your audience loves, and that's when your marketing will really take off.
Brandon is exactly right, so I'm just going to echo it. Start small, experiment, don't be scared of failure, but when you succeed, note down exactly why, and then keep going.
So anyway, if there's anything that we've missed, anything you want us to cover or expand upon more, let us know down in the comments section below. We are going to read every single one of those. Answer any questions that you send in.
And thanks again for watching. As you're aware, this is the first part in our digital marketing course, so there'll be a link to the playlist somewhere on the screen. And if you're new here, I want you to smash your brain against that subscribe button. It'll go a long way. And tickle that bell so you know when the next video goes live. And we'll hopefully see you next week.